Are there in the regular season game anyway? Are there any specials that you guys come up with just for this game?
Well, there are. Most of them, Rick, are probably not dramatic specials, but they're probably little tendency breakers. I mean, we know each other so well, or we think we do. It's probably going to be something that's just a change up of what from the normal. So it's those subtle little tweaks, I think, that make the big difference if you can execute them.
Now, I know you guys are busy game planning because this is a big deal, but have you spent time at all looking around the country at other rivalries just to get an idea how big this one is?
Well, I've got to enjoy, the Trinity game, and I know several others. So it's I don't lose sight of that. It's an awesome environment and an awesome thing to be able to coach in and be a fan. And, these two communities are amazing with the way they support their kids.
And one thing, when you play at TU, you've got more people. When you play here, a little fewer, but they're right on top of you. Does the venue really make a huge difference? I know a long time ago when I played, we kind of blocked out the noise. You didn't think about it. Do you hear it ever?
Well, the last time we played here, we had 5 illegal procedure calls because we couldn't hear the snap count. It was so loud we couldn't function. So we tried to make some arrangements and practice to prepare for that. But it is a great venue. The people are closer to you. I think definitely it's an advantage. It's a home field advantage just because the noise. This UMAC creates just a sound tunnel down here. When you're on the south end, it's hard to get anything done.
One of the unique things in high school, you can't coach. You coach to your talent rather than recruit to your talent in high school. Yet you guys have both been able to keep mostly the same kind of systems through the long. Is that a credit to your younger players and your coaches down there?
I think that's what it is, Rick. You've got most of your offense and defense installed, at least at our place, by the time they're in 8th grade. And I think those, for example, those quarterbacks that are coming up have been exposed to most of your system and are kind of used to what you do. Certainly, we'll make special exceptions if we have a gifted tailback or a gifted receiver. We'll try to modify or tweak what we do. But, yeah, I think it's a credit to getting it started early in the program.
Because the talent is always good, because your systems are always good, does the game itself ever really change from that standpoint? You're still X's and O's, right?
Oh, yeah, still X and O. But, I think it's the chemistry. Every team, every year is different. It's got different captains. It's got different players, different components. And in my case, this year, different coaches. We've got 2 new coordinators. So there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of things on how you build things around players. So it's challenging. It's fun.
That's got to make it fun, too. I mean, when you talk about the new coordinators, a little bit of new blood, a little bit of new to the rivalry, but do you ever see some big eyes from them, too, when they're the first time in it?
Well, I remember Carl Johnson, who's my special teams coordinator, the first time he came out at Skelly, for the Jenks Union game, he said, I coached at Houston. He goes, we had games where we didn't have this many people. So he was just awestruck, and until the first quarter, I couldn't get him to come back out of it. Hey, Carl, we got to go ahead and coach. But, no, it's an awesome environment.
Back for a second to your thing about kids and learning things at a younger age. So what happens in your system and theirs, too, is not so much that you coach to that philosophy, but those kids find their place in that system, right?
Sure, and, we're constantly moving those guys around, trying to, fit them in different places. And, for us, a lot of times it might be moving a linebacker to defensive end to try to get more speed on the field, or just we get a great player and we got to find a place for him to fit. So, yeah, there's a lot of strategy, a lot of fun moving kids around and trying to get them in their best chance to be succsuccul.
But in the end run, it's the same thing, right? Block, tackle, protect your quarterback, go get theirs.
Yeah, and if you don't, it won't be very good.
One last thing. You guys have both become pipelines to team. A lot of you guys, you get a chance to go see play, and that brings a smile. You got to like that.
I love it. It's awesome, and I appreciate those guys, recruiting so hard here. But you know what? I've always said all along, if you can recruit players that want to play for your school, you're going to be better. And, these kids grow up, they're exposed to Tulsa football. I love it. I enjoy going out on Saturdays and taking a peek out.